Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Martin, aka Rerun Sales. I'm coming to you with the second episode of 20 things that I've sold in March. Give you an idea of different brands to look out for. Hopefully some of this information is helpful. And just to, try to shorten up the video, we'll jump right into it. So first we have this AC/DC Rolling Stones t-shirt. Any kind of band t-shirt, I always love picking this up. I did get this for $1. It was $2. Goodwill shirts or t-shirts in my Goodwill are $2, and this was on a half off day. So I got this for $1, sold it for $10.39. This is a metal, it was a cast iron, older vintage type bank, more of a replica, but still worth a good amount. I paid $4 for this bank, sold it for $29.50. And again, most of the time you're going to see that I do request the buyer pays the shipping for these items. Brooks Brothers ties. All the ties in my Goodwill are $1.99. A lot of times I get them on half off days. This one I did get for half off, so I spent $1 on this tie. Nice Brooks Brothers striped tie, sold for $12.50. Next up, I've heard this designer name from a lot of other YouTube channels. Rockstar Flipper, shout out to you. I've heard you talk about this many times. So I finally found a few. Picked this one up. This is when I tried out my green background. Didn't like it so much, but this one did sell. I bought this tie for $2, sold it for $29.99. This candlestick phone, I received this in a storage auction. The whole unit was a 10 by 30. I paid $10 for the unit. I got a lot of crazy stuff out of there. So this finally ended up selling. It was for parts as is. I never tested. So I can't really say how much I paid for it. Again, a $10 unit, I probably pulled 500 things out of there. So let's say I paid, $1 for it. Good estimate. But I sold it for $34.99. This I found at a Goodwill. It's a dictaphone. I had to look this up. It looked interesting. I guess it's for hearing impaired people. It's a answer machine for the hearing impaired to help them, retrieve their messages. I paid, let's see, looks like I paid $4 for this, and I sold it for $27.60. Didn't get as much as I'd like, but I threw it up for sale. It sat for a little while. This was a cool piece. I paid $4 for this as well. Old school Echo overalls, corduroy. Did have some issues. It had a couple small holes, had some fraying in the bottom. Had it listed for a little while. Someone ended up paying $24.99 for it. So you never know. I always look out for these. Definitely a bolo if you guys are interested. So this was in a bundle. I think there was 10 or 12 of these grouped together. I paid $4 for all of them. Been selling them for $13.50 a piece. Saved a few to use for myself. But anything Kodak, like the inkjet, when it's sealed, it's always going to sell. And especially if you can get it for the right price. Lacoste, good brand to look out for. Very simple purple shirt. A large, not a crazy size. Got the nice croc on the front. Paid $2 for this. Ended up getting $16.20. Nike does well. Every time I get a good Nike piece, it seems to sell pretty decently. Nice Nike sportswear hooded sweatshirt. It's a large size. I paid $4 for this and sold for $34.95. The second phone to come out of that storage unit, so again, we'll put a price maybe $1. Sold it for $23.47. As is, again, I'm not able to test these. It was quite dirty. Not really in the market of cleaning things up that are of this nature. So we just let it ride as is and got a few bucks for it. Another pair of overalls. I got these for $6. And this brand, Marthe Francois Gerbaud, I'm sure I just slaughtered that. It's a French name. More of a vintage piece. I think they made clothing back in the 90s, like urban hip-hop type wear. So these are large overalls. The zippers were busted in a couple areas. I did note that below. I ended up getting $59 for these. I was pretty psyched about that. Pineapple Connection, not a huge brand, but a huge shirt. So 5X is always going to do well in my book. Nice floral Hawaiian type, hang out, let's party pattern. Picked it up for $2, and I sold it for $14.95. Rue 21 turtleneck, not a huge brand. Again, I'm a sucker for items that are new with tags. I picked this up for $2. And we sold it for $11.60. Tag, I believe it says $30. It was retail for. Got $11.60, so I'll take that. This was an awesome find. I went to a Savers, got there first thing in the morning, went right to the electronics section, as I usually do. Savers, in my opinion, their clothes are a little more overpriced in my area. I seen this, opened it up. It was brand new packaging. Everything was new in the box. You can tell it had never been opened, never been used. So looked it up online, seen some comps, grabbed it right away. I bought it for $15. I actually put it on sale, so I sold it for $209.99. So that was a great pickup. Did really well on that. Tactical pants, the brand name is Proper. Never heard of this before, but they were new with tag. I believe they were retailing for $45, $50, not even that much, and they were large pants, so 44 by 34, and I was able to sell those for $29.50. Tommy Bahama, great brand. Now, I was pretty, I was iffy about picking this one up. I paid $2 for it. It's plain black, doesn't even have the Tommy Bahama logo anywhere on it other than the tag, and I think maybe down below. Plain black button up, nice material, solid shirt, but got $19.99 for it. And again, we paid $2 for that. Tommy Hilfiger, I don't do a lot of women's items. However, this was on a half off day. The price was right. I paid $4 for this jacket. Looked to be in nice condition. The sleeves were a cotton material while the jacket was sort of a windbreaker type situation there. Got $24.50 for that. I love me some Donald Trump ties. Bolo. Right now, if you find them, they're definitely doing hot. Picked this tie up for $2. Again, my ties are $2 at my Goodwill. Was able to sell this one for $39.99. I do ship my higher end ties in a small little tie box that I got that I do advertise so they don't get damaged. Maybe that helps them sell better. I don't know, but I doubt it can hurt. So another Donald Trump tie. Got real lucky these past few weeks. Scored about 10 different Trump ties. So this one was also $2. That signature collection, you're going to see the tie's got good weight to it. You can tell it's quality made. It's got the Trump logo on the back plus the gold insignia as well. I was able to pick this one up again, $2, and sold for $44.50. So that's going to bring an end to the 20 items that I've sold, an additional 20 items that I've sold this month of March, excuse me. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you learned something, if you like what you saw, definitely like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks a lot.